experience happiness, be separate from suffering safely. Always true within the still ones are past perfect, complete, precious Buddhahood. All mother sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me, obstacles who harm me, and those great obstacles on my path to liberation and elimination. May the experience happiness be separate from suffering safely. Our established within the still ones are past perfect, complete, precious Buddhahood. Parasebe da no parasebe ge darba dang dam je je ba la bar de ju se ba dam je je zor sebe ma nam ka dan yam be zem je dam je de wa dan den dong ara dang da nyor de la na me ba yan da bar zo be zang jo rum bo je do bar za Dasandra achieve enlightenment, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and mind. Until death, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and mind. From now until this time tomorrow, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and the mind. We take refuge in the Kandaru Lama and the lineage Lamas. We take refuge in the deity of the mandalas of Yadams. We take refuge in the exalted Buddhas. We take refuge in the perfect Dharma. We take refuge in the excellent order of the Sanghas. We take refuge in the noble Dakas, the Dakinis, and the Dhamma gardens, the possessors of the eye of wisdom. Mantra in the heart of enlightenment. I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharma and the likewise, in the example of a Bodhisattvas. As a previous Buddha's ambassador enlightenment and the progress on the Bodhisattva's path are true for the benefit of all sentient beings, giving birth to bodhicitta and applying myself to accomplish the stage of the path. In the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha are also excellent. I take refuge until enlightenment is reached. By the merit of generosity and the other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. May all mother sentient beings, boundless as the sky, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they never be suffered from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. We skip this long salam, 7 lamp prayer. The ground is sprinkled with the scented water and strewed with the flowers. It is adorned with the meadow, the spring mountain, the four continents, the sun and the moon. As the Buddha felt, I offer it. May all sentient beings attain the happiness of the Buddha felt. To the Lamas who possess the three kayas, I offer altar, inner and sacred offerings, with my body, breath, and all that is visible. Please grant me supreme realization and enlightenment. Whatever merit I have gathered through prostrations, offerings, confession, rejoicing, beseeching, and praying, for the sake of the enlightenment of all sentient beings, all these are dedicated. Om Guru Rena Mandala Bunza Manga Zamanda Zavarena Samaya Ahom. I echo refuge, O name of the world. Your fame provides the 3,000 words. You are the victor, Vajradhara, without draw. I bow at the feet of Father Jigdin Songong. Continually I think with no one but you. Compassionate one grant your blessings. Dispel darkness that surrounds my heart. Please bless me so that I can realize the unliberated nature of the mind. Please turn the way of the Dharma of the two vehicles and the combination according to this position and likewise the mental capacity of sentient beings. His wisdom is burning like the sun, free of clouds of two worlds, and perceive the various steps of knowledge in the true nature. For this reason, who holds the wisdom text at his heart, he has a compassion. For all beings who are suffering from the darkness of ignorance and the prison of samsara, as a father for only son. Like a thunderclap, he awakens those who are sleeping in ignorance and losing the charm of karma through the 60th branch of harmonic speech. He wears the wisdom silver to cast Satan over suffering and to dispel darkness of confusion. In the Bodhisattva form, he is pure from beginningless time, fully accomplished in the higher levels and perfect in the body of all knowledge. I supplicate you, magician, adorned by the 112 sons of Buddha, to dispel darkness of my ignorance. Om Arabatanade, 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 Om Arabatanade. Om Arabadana de Om Arabadana de Om Arabadana de Om Wangejorum 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 Om. You who are the perfect beautiful body, whose flame of wisdom blazes, and dispel the darkness of worldly ignorance, are positive before you in the praise to Manjushiri. Okay, so today we do Serkhangma one chanting together. Shirov, I think you have Chinese, right? Can you do Chinese and we do English? Uh, do you need to share the screen or just everybody have text? I think everyone has, right? Everyone has. Mary, please read the Serkhangma lead.
Give me a minute to get the text. I have to pull it up here a second. Here we go. Okay. I gaze upon the supreme self-arisen Lama seated on the immutable, spontaneously established throne, here in the mandala of primordial pure mind, as it is in the supreme palace of all victorious ones of the three times. I gaze upon the supreme Lama who is meaningful to behold. The instant I behold the great bliss of Dharmadhatu, I cross the vast ocean of samsara and arrive at the blissful Pure Land. With the eye of wisdom, I gaze unwaveringly upon the Lama, the victorious hero in the battle. Just by remembering that refuge, all afflicting emotions, thoughts, and the hordes of Amara are defeated. In your body, the victorious ones of the three times of all 10 directions appear together with their offspring. With joy, I gaze upon your body, adorned with all the major and minor marks, seated on the throne of fearlessness, lotus, sun, and moon. Three kayas of the nature of mind, Vajradhara, you are inseparable from great bliss. Bowing down to you with innumerable bodies like cloud banks, yearning with a full voice, I prostrate and go for refuge. Your body, the nature of precious bodhicitta, is inseparable from all the victorious ones of the three times. Thus, all Buddha fields are permeated by your body, and within your body, all Buddha fields appear. I bow down to the glorious one. With your flawless, melodious speech, like an ocean of ambrosia, you show all phenomena to be unborn, thereby defeating the Mount Meru of views. I prostrate to your unhindered Vajra speech. In the mandala of the immutable mind beyond thought, you never move from the equanimity state of Dharmadhatu. Yet you hold the wisdom power of knowing the three times. I prostrate to the spontaneously established non-duality. Even if expressed during all oceans of kalpas by all the victorious ones without exception, the qualities of your body, speech, and mind would not be completed. I prostrate to you who possesses limitless qualities. Until the ocean of samsara is exhausted, you perform the supreme activities that ripen all sentient beings. I prostrate to you, the Lama, who is the manifold, effortlessly arising, unceasing, supreme refuge. Oceans of emanated offerings to you delight the victorious ones, and ripen all sentient beings. Having completely filled the Dharmadhatu, I make this unsurpassed offering unceasingly. From the heart palace of the great being radiates the light of immeasurable bodhicitta. Thus, in all the pure lands of the 10 directions, innumerable beautiful offering goddesses manifest, holding water, flowers, incense, lamps, supreme scents, and food. From the cloud banks of offering, rain falls, delighting the victorious ones of the three times, thereby filling the spheres of realms. I make offerings to the victorious ones of the three times. Light radiates once more from the body of the victorious one, manifesting parasols, victory banners, draped banners, canopies, musical instruments, garments, precious jewels, medicine, and grains. I offer light cloud banks of these manifold offerings. The seven precious attributes, like the wheel, the seven subsidiary ones, like the mansion, the auspicious substances, the substances of the cities, and so on, have arisen from the two accumulations. Please accept these offerings. Furthermore, I behold in my mind and often to the protector all offerings throughout the limitless pure lands of the victorious one that belong to an owner and do not belong to an owner, and all that is worthy to be offered. I offer all pure lands of the victorious ones of the three times, which are the very pure mandalas of the three kayas, completely filled with flawless prosperity. Please accept these offerings, you, the Lord of compassion. To you, the protector, I offer my body, speech, and mind, all wealth equal to space without exception, and all virtues accumulated in the three times. Out of compassion, please accept these for the benefit of all sentients. By seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, and recollecting the Vajra goddess of form, sound, odor, taste, and tangible objects, the three obscurations are purified. I offer the goddess of appealing objects to you. Please accept them, immaculate, victorious Lord. The Vajra goddess of body, nature of form, is the supreme goddess of fully purified ignorance. I merge her with the eyes of the Lama, Lord of Dharma. Please accept this in the great bliss of non-duality. The Vajra goddess of mind, nature of sound, is the supreme goddess of fully purified hatred. I merge her with the ears of the Lama, Lord of Dharma. Please accept this in the great bliss of non-duality. The Vajra goddess of qualities, nature of odor, is the supreme goddess of fully purified arrogance. I merge her with the nose of the Lama, Lord of Dharma. Please accept this in the great bliss of non-duality. The Vajra goddess of speech, nature of taste, is the supreme goddess of fully purified desire. I merge her with the tongue of the Lama, Lord of Dharma. Please accept this in the bliss of non-duality. The Vajra goddess of activity, nature of tangible objects, is the supreme goddess of fully purified jealousy. I merge her with the body of the Lama, Lord of Dharma. Please accept this in the bliss of non-duality. The Vajra goddess of primordial emptiness is all phenomena, nature of sound, is the supreme goddess of fully purified mind, as it is. I merge her with the mind of the Lama, Lord of Dharma. Please accept this in the great bliss of non-duality. I offer means and wisdom inseparable, the supreme victorious ones, the five families with concerts, the assembly of Viras and Dakinis, and the Buddhas filling the limitless sky. Please accept this great bliss. From the equality of all phenomena, the ocean-like samadhi, oceans of unwavering manifestations arise and guide all beings. Please accept the assemblies of the victorious offsprings, the bodhisattvas, who rule all Buddha fields. The ones of great, fierce, wrathful out of immeasurable compassion, showing grinding teeth and fierce faces on their posing bodies. Please accept these wrathful, victorious ones of primordial wisdom. who defeat the hordes of Maras by the roar of hum and pe. All manifold clouds of offering, inner and secret offerings are offered in this vast mandala of Samantabhadra's mind, within the mode of abiding of unchanging duality. The unsurpassed offering of suchness is offered. All phenomena are primordially and completely pure mind as it is. Within that, whatever confusion, dualistic appearance of oneself and others, distinction of good and bad, hatred and attachment there may be, each and everything I confess, may it be purified within that state. With a happy mind, I rejoice in all virtues of the victorious ones of the three times, of the assembly of the superior ones, of the unceasing wheel of the two accumulations of sentient beings. I beseech you, protectors in the world of the 10 directions, by completely turning the wheel of stainless Dharma with the sound of the ocean-like branches of melodious speech, please ripen all sentient beings without exception. I beseech you, protectors who abide throughout all realms, please do not pass into nirvana until the exhaustion of the dhatu of space. Rather, fulfill your commitments. Whoops. I'm sorry, I made a mistake. Where did it go? Ah. Rather fulfill your commitments by abiding permanently. May all sentient beings be established in the unsurpassed supreme state of this virtue, by the virtues accumulated in the three times throughout all samsara and nirvana, and by the undefiled innate virtue, by light rays of immeasurable great compassion from the palace of body, speech, and mind of the victorious one. Please purify my body, speech, and mind, and thus transform it into your body, speech, and mind. Protector, as you made offerings and delight the sublime Lama, please may I always offer ocean-like clouds of offerings and delight you. May I follow in your footsteps. May I perform limitless activities that do not ever wear hair's tip with respect to the liberation of your body, speech, and mind. May I be renowned by the three worlds. Thus may anybody, just by hearing my name or remembering me, be completely liberated from the tormenting suffering and attain the state of great bliss of the victorious one. May I turn into any form equal to the expanse of sentient beings, taming them according to their needs. Thereby may they take refuge joyfully and be established in the unsurpassed supreme awakening. Those ones who are oppressed by shrouds of ignorance, who lost the path, who are threatened by the afflictive emotions, such as the henchmen of the Lord of Death, may helplessly remember me and instantly find the supreme path. Becoming the inexhaustible wheel of ornamentation, which is body, speech, and mind of all victorious ones of the three times, may I completely dry out the ocean of samsara and establish all sentient beings in the unsurpassed supreme state. In all my lives, may I never be separated from the authentic Lama and enjoy the glories of the Dharma. By completely perfecting the qualities of the bhumis and paths, may I swiftly attain the state of Vajradhara. Thank you, Kempo. Thank you, Sangha. Sorry about the mistake.
Thank you, Avura Mary. Tashi Dalek. Good morning, everyone. Good evening. Tamke doje yaje reizan rong yenje mado deje bunjom ba serje lombo tabar jebe ge yaje yarbe yabla ge zanze dorje Chanjin de lo naro dang marba mala jije gambo ba mo drba jarwan de gongbe gaju lama nam la zorwan de ro men jije yenje bodang de zom zanje genje ngo ranzem jige ngozon donze be zawe lame yala ge zanze Okay, so teaching is a Serkhangma. So today we are page I think page 11, right? Beginning page 11. This Serkhangma. Serkhang means the prayer. The Serkhang means like golden temple, and inside the golden temple, Jopa Jigten Sunggo he composed by this text. He wrote this text, and when he wrote this text, so we can see he's fully connected with his guru, and through through his meditation, and then so all this the text is followed by 7 branch prayers. So we finish the whole station to Guru's body, speech, and mind, and offerings, confessions. So 3 sections we finished. Today is we are here is page 11 is rejoicing section. So rejoicing section is with a happy mind. I rejoice in all virtues of the victors, one of the 3 times. So rejoice means like very happy, joyful mind. And joyful mind is someone did some good virtuous deeds. So we can rejoice Buddha Shakyamuni, his accumulation merit and his all the benefit other beings, and his quality enlightening activities. So we can rejoice Buddha Shakyamuni. We can rejoice all these enlightening beings. And then we can rejoice Chopa Jigten Sunggo. He has fully realized and he truly connect with his guru, Pamotrupa. And so he composed this text and benefit many other beings. So we can rejoice the Chopa Jigten Sunggo's enlightening activities. So rejoice is always like for the virtuous deeds. We don't rejoice for no virtuous deeds. If we rejoice no virtuous deeds, then you sharing the no virtuous deeds with someone. So you sharing with no virtuous deeds, then we are just part of that mandala again. Mandala can be positive, I think negative, either way, right? Samsara mandala become. And someone create humming for other beings, you rejoice that you are part of here mandala. And someone has so strong desire, self-grasping, you will rejoice that that person is successful, and then we are part of I think hungry ghost. And someone not knowing right and wrong create causes of suffering many others, and due to ignorance, if we rejoice that person, then we are part of the animal mandala. So that's why in rejoicing in this case means like virtuous deeds. Virtuous deeds is a causes of happiness, and causes of happiness like virtuous is most important is virtuous, non-virtuous, like deviation divided by the intention. Otherwise, very hard to you can divide the virtuous and non-virtuous. So object is dependent, actually, the person. If you have a good intention, then all the outer objects can be virtuous. And intention is not that pure, not great, and then object action is all can be no virtuous. So that's why, we have to follow by our own intention, virtuous, non-virtuous. If our intention is pure, then whatever we do, something body, speech, mind, even do mistakes, still virtuous deeds. If our intention is incorrect, so not positive intention, say like our benefit ourselves, our own agenda, and so only selfish mind, wanting to harm for others. So their intention does something, even helps others, but still non-virtuous deeds. So that's why, karma, cause and the effect, the virtuous, non-virtuous, only we can make decision followed by our own intention. So bodhisattvas, many actions has become actually virtuous deeds. Even, object is like ordinary people is non-virtuous, but bodhisattva can take that non-virtuous is become virtuous deeds positively because of the power of their intention. So now here, the virtuous deeds is not only come from us, even come from someone others. If long as you have rejoiced, you are part of that mandala or practice. So you receive that virtuous accumulation merit, sharing with that accumulation merit. So rejoicing all virtue of the victorious one. So we can rejoice all the 3 times of Buddhas, 3 times. Of the example of the superior ones, of the unceasing. So then so the 3 times this enlightened beings, sharing the teaching or benefit others, we can rejoice in that. So that's why here is of the example of the spiritual ones, of the unceasing value of the 2 accumulations. So they create 2 accumulation merit, and of all sentient beings, like benefiting other beings. So someone benefit other beings, helping other beings, doing something good things. So we rejoice at that. Then we receive the naturally, naturally we receive the merit, and we create accumulation merit naturally. So that is the power of rejoicing, the power of intention. So there's have many stories during the Buddha Shakyamuni time. Also, the story talk about, King Sajar is one king. He invited all the Buddhas and his retinues, invited the lunch, created beautiful, organized or like beautiful all this everything arrangement, and he offered the beautiful, and also he created many thousands of lamps and flowers, and so auto level logs he did great. But the one of woman is very poor. She has so strong rejoice what the king did, and she came forward only 1 butter lamp and offered that in the altar. Same as the king has thousands of butter lamps. And when Buddha, he, take the lunch offering, and then he did the dedication, he said, someone has more merit than king. So because Buddha has a clairvoyance, he's seeing, and who has more accumulation merit. The older woman, she poor, she due to her rejoice, and she has more merit than king. So that means like author level doing something is we really cannot say that person did a great job, but important is intention, pure mind, and rejoicing power of that has more merit. So we don't see that, we don't recognize that who has. Only this Buddha see due to his clairvoyant, wisdom, I can recognize and see that. So that's why like someone doing good, benefit others, doing some good things, and the worldly level or spiritual level, whatever someone doing good things, we rejoice at that, and naturally receive accumulation merit. So then next one, that's the fourth seven branch. Now as we go to fifth seven branch, number 5. So number 5 is recosting to the teachings, and also this each seven branch has of course like power of create accumulation merit, the power of purify negative karma, and specifically this each one has specifically antidote. So rejoice is antidote to jealousy, and when we have a jealousy, you never going to have a rejoice, the person doing good things, so you never have a rejoice due to jealousy, right? So if you have a rejoice, that's purify many our negative jealousy karma. So we are take birth samsara many lifetimes, not only one life, and all these lifetimes we have so much jealousy for others, and so using this method we purify all this our many lifetimes jealousy negative karma. So rejoice is we have to rejoice actually for our enemies, so not only our loved ones, spiritual teachers, and rejoice if the become accomplishment or successful is you have a good rejoice for your enemy doing some good things, not person doing negative things. If someone you have competition, you doesn't like someone and they're doing something good, recognize and rejoice, praise to that person. So then that directly antidote to our jealousy negative karma. Many negative jealousy karma is purified, and also even not really spiritual, just worldly level, and someone not create a negative karma, just worldly level, the family business, something like that going on good successful, and if that person is not like pleasant person or good person like for your mind, if you rejoice that person, and then that is more powerful than you rejoicing for your friend or loved ones doing something. So loved ones, friends, your close friend, someone doing something successful, you have rejoice, can be also attachment. And the pure rejoice is like, I think is someone like not our pleasant like close friend, and someone is like maybe he treated a person and that person is a success for something, you have rejoiced that person, then that is no attachment. That is, I think, it's become true pure rejoice. But that is not easy to arise in our heart, we recognize, right? And due to our jealousy, so if we have a hatred due to that, and someone is successful, we don't want to talk about that. We don't want to hear that person is successful, and try to ignore or avoid that successful. Yeah, so that's why it's someone who talk about that person's quality. Example, like someone he treated person is successful. If you have a talk about that person is successful, and that means that we have an open mind. I think we have a courage mind to talk that. So that's why rejoice is like directly antidote to our jealousy, and then that is causes of become love and compassion. Rejoices. So that's why we have to always look to our mind is jealousy or attachment. We have to, I think, recognize or mindfully have to think about or recognize if jealousy is arising. Someone jealousy arises because someone is successful, right? And we are not doing that great, so that's why it's jealousy is arising. And or someone is like going to maybe coming better than us, so then jealousy arise. So that's why then rejoice is very powerful, and use rejoice is the purify negative jealousy karma, and also become create love and compassion. Causes of we create love and compassion is come from rejoice. So that's the part of the rejoice. The next one is so the fifth, number 5 means like 7 branch in number 5th. 7 branch in number 5 is recosting teachings. So I beseech you, protectors, in the words of the 10 directions. So by completely turning the way of stainless Dharma with the song of the ocean, like branches of a melodious speech, please wrapping all sentient beings without exception. So in this case, like here, Jiktin Sumgung, his beseech you means like supplication, beseech you to his guru. And he's seeing his guru is a protector in the words of the 10 directions. No, sorry, this he beseech you is his guru, Pamotropa, of course, like his gurus. And so then he supplicating us, protecting for all the 10 directions, every single beings. Protectors in the words of the 10 directions by complete turning the way of stainless Dharma. So he said, please share the Dharma. So Dharma is stainless. Dharma means like Dharma is pure, and Dharma is antidote to all our own afflictive emotions. So he recourse or beseeching to the Guru and share the Dharma. So share the Dharma is like all the words, like 10 directions, giving the Dharma and share the Dharma, stainless Dharma with the song, through the song of the ocean, like branch of a melodious speech. So say Guru's song is so Dharma teaching, the Guru's song is like same as ocean, like branches of melodious speech. Different, like speech is like when Buddha Shakyamuni he shared the teaching, it's like all the different languages coming. So no using translators, and when Buddha Shakyamuni shared the teaching, all the different beings, they can hear their own language. So you know, and then the song is become Dharma with the song is ocean like branch of melodious speech. It's beautiful song. Please rapping all sentient beings. Jigten Sumgo requests like please share Dharma for every being and without exception. So in this requesting teaching is introduced to our wrong view. We have a wrong view, like I'm beginning last time until no. Wrong view is like not believe the cause and the effect. And not believe the spiritual path. So that kind of, you know, we create all the negative karma or karmic imprints. So this requesting teaching is directly introduced or purify many negative karma, wrong view, negative karma. And then also the requesting teaching is benefit many other beings. So Buddha Shakyamuni, when he enlightened, he didn't share the teaching. So we know like 7 weeks he didn't share the teaching, and he be silent. Then in Burma and all these like different beings approaching to the Buddha, offering to the Dharma where Kong shows, request to the Buddha to share the teaching. So the Buddha shared the teaching and then benefit many other beings. So same, you know, like now we ask teaching, request to the teacher to share, and then the teacher share the Dharma, and then that merit is like, you know, it's accumulation merit is who many beings receiving, who receive all this accumulation merit is part of, you know, we are part of that mandala. And also then where is no Dharma, and someone, you know, organize Dharma teaching, and you know, have Dharma in the valuable in the place where is no Dharma. So then usually Gachino Boche say also where is no Dharma center, you know, create a Dharma center and inviting teacher, organize Dharma teachings. So that is much benefit. The same is like Buddha Shakyamuni turned aware of the Dharma. So more benefit is where is the Lord's Dharma teachings going on, you know, it's like some place not the Dharma, and that kind of place you create a Dharma teaching, organize more benefit. So then there's also recourse teaching is like we can supplication to our gurus, like some gurus like in present alive with us, we can ask recourse to teachings. Also, like we can recourse to someone already past, example Jigten Sunggu. Still, you can mentally recourse to Jigten Sunggu, share the Dharma teachings, because his Jigten Sunggu, you know, is the spiritual enlightening, never pass away. It's always there, and so the recourse teaching, we can stir you, we can supplication to Buddha Shakyamuni, and we can still recourse to all these enlightening beings like you know, Telopa, Naropa, Marpalosa, all the way these lineage teachers. We still you can supplication to them to recourse the Dharma where, you know, teaching the Dharma, and this enlightening beings never pass away, and they are always there. So their spiritual blessing, you know, is never exhaust until end of samsara. So we recourse the teach these enlightening beings, and then the you know, spiritual, I think, you know, energy or spiritual, call it the contradiction or cause, maybe blessing is more arising. So the, you know, we recourse Buddha Shakyamuni, his maybe many manifestations and arise for benefit of other beings. So requesting past nirvana who being already passed, like physically, we request them and they're not stay in the nirvana, coming back to or benefit others or be in the nirvana, but arise spiritual blessing for many other beings to create a dharma, or share the teachings. So that's why requesting is not only for the present teachers, like we can request all these enlightened beings, everyone we can request. And then next one, I think it's the sixth one. Is stay remind longer. I beseech you, protectors who abide throughout all realms, please do not pass into nirvana until exhaustion of the dart of space. Rather fulfill your commitments by abiding permanently. So then I beseech you, protectors who abide throughout all the realms. So this one is we supplicating recourse is please do not pass into nirvana. So supplication is do not pass into nirvana. So this supplication is not a thing only like like in this example, like spiritual beings right now alive, we do sometimes long life ceremony, and that's also like please do not pass into nirvana, the prayer practice. So practice white tara also we generally we say okay, it's just long life practice. This long life practice is not a thing only in this life, don't pass nirvana. I mean, don't pass away. Anyway, this body is like right now, our spiritual teachers, they realize it has this form body, a live form body. We physically, we can see this form body is anyway is going to dissolved. It's not possible to can hold that form body like until end of samsara. No one can do that. So you cannot see anyone have that because this body is a compound of phenomena, it's impermanent. So who can against that? No one can against of the nature of reality. Yeah. So my understanding is with supplication to the gurus, please do not pass into nirvana. It means please go to the enlightened. So long as you're enlightened, you never die. You're free from death. Yeah. And we're supplicating to the teachers enlightened. Enlightened beings also supplicating to the don't stay in the nirvana, same as the shavakas and ahats. Be action is the same as bodhisattva. So you can be in the realm of the Buddha realm or and any other realms, still you can have a blessing, emanations, and you can benefit others. Doesn't matter which realm you are, you can benefit. Don't just stay like close the door, stay same as a shavaka and ahats. So that's we requesting for the all these spiritual, our spiritual gurus, teachers. So that is like truly, I think, we supplication to the stay enter into our samsara, so that's why here says nirvana enter the exhaustion of the dart of space. Is enter end of samsara, so stay, remain, and benefit others. So the main point is with requesting them, teachers, please enlightened, okay? And don't stay in samsara suffering. So stay in samsara suffering is to have death, right? And birth, okay, old age. We supplicating, requesting them is go to free from death, free from birth. And free from samsara. So ask them to free from samsara. But don't stay same with the shavakas, right? Arhats, no benefit others. So please benefit others wherever you are, activity for activity, dharma for activity, benefit for others. That's the true, I think, is requesting. Please do not pass into nirvana until exhaust of the dart of space. That then really makes sense for my understand. Otherwise, teachers, we stay, ask them to stay, like, don't pass nirvana, don't die, stay. We torture them, like when they get old, like ask them to stay. It's no right. It's then that's also too self-grasping. And then they're also against the nature of truth. Nature of truth is like all this body is a compound of phenomena. So who no one can hold this compound of phenomena is permanently stay. This compound of phenomena is called impermanent, is no one can hold like permanently. So anyway, it's going to exhaust, dissolved. So that's the reality of the nature. So then you really truly supplication to the guru. I think if you guru like go to enlightened, right? Don't stay in the samsara. And someone is already enlightened. Please do activities. No stay same as shavakas. So then that is a true supplication. I think it's truly you requesting. So that's the number 6 according to in these 7 branches. Okay, so then we go to the number 7. This is the dedication part. Dedication has more Jidin Sungul, I think it's explain more dedication section. So here has more explain is the post-station offering, and then that is elaborately explained post-station offering. Then other confession, rejoicing, beseeching, 3 of them has one verses, so shorter each one. Now it's go to dedication, is a little bit longer. Dedication is may all sentient beings be established in the unsurpassed supreme state by this virtue, by the feature accumulated in the 3 terms, throughout samsara and the nirvana, and by the undefined innate virtue. This dedication is a really bigger picture. I mean, like beyond our concepts, capacity. So usually dedication means like we did something good, like in today, and we do then dedicating for that. But in this Jigten Sunggu, this dedication is you can recognize. Here it says, may all sentient beings be established in the unsurpassed. So that's the most important intention. The intention is a supreme state by this virtue. So this virtue, and then this virtue, like of course, today we're doing sharing this teaching, and I'm sharing teaching. You listening this teaching, all this our accumulation merit, this virtue. Also, we can say this virtue. By this virtue accumulated in 3 terms. So 3 terms, like who share like these teachings before, past. who sharing right now this example Serkhangma, and who going to share in the future. So all these three terms, throughout, or samsara and nirvana. So then these three terms virtuous deeds, and also samsara virtuous deeds, and also nirvana's virtuous deeds, and by the undefined inner virtues. All these virtues we dedicating for may all sentient beings established in the unsurpassed supreme state of by this virtue. So we dedication to all other beings. And why is this is different than usually other we do dedication? In other dedications usually don't mention about nirvana. And nirvana is some, this also some other like teachers say, oh, we cannot dedicate nirvana virtuous deeds. But Jigten Songgon says like we can dedicate samsara virtuous deeds or the nirvana's virtuous deeds. This everything is actually possible because we bring to the mentally, and you can dedicate like all Buddha Amitabha's pure virtuous deeds and bring into your mind. We dedicating all the Buddha Amitabha's pure lines virtuous deeds. You just mentally we can do that. And so that's why it's samsara and nirvana. All this we can bring together and dedicating. So and by the undefined innate virtue. So then that is dedicating to the for other beings. Then also we dedication with same is also the requesting and to the guru, the enlightened beings, and so we benefit for others through our body, speech, and mind. So here it says like, okay, by the light rays, immeasurable great compassion from the space of a body, speech, and mind of the victorious one. And so we meditate, enlightened beings. So enlightened beings body, so you can visualize enlightened beings like forehead, throat, or heart center, on ahon syllable. Usually we can visualize it that way to receiving the Yadam deity's body, speech, mind blessing. Also same like when we chant the Buddha Shakyamuni sadhana, end of the Buddha Shakyamuni sadhana, we meditate the Buddha Shakyamuni's form body like radiates, heat to our body and purify all our own obstacles and receiving the blessings. So that's it's here same. By the light rays of immeasurable great compassion from the place of a body, speech, and mind of the victorious one. So Buddha's body, speech, and mind. Body is represented with forehead and Om syllable. Speech is represented with throat and As syllable. The mind is represented in the heart center is Hong syllable. So then the three light radiates is saying white Om, red A, blue Hong, light radiate and dissolving to ourselves. So then this, please purify, we requesting enlightened beings, purify my body, speech, and mind, and the negative karma. So we are enlightened beings, but due to our body obstacle, speech obstacle, mind obstacle, we are ordinary beings. So this also special method, the receiving enlightened body, speech, blessing into our body, speech, mind, remove our body, speech, mind obstacle. And also, and thus transform into your body, speech, mind, transform to this ordinary body is transformed to enlightened body. ordinary speech is transformed to Buddha's speech, enlightened speech. Ordinary mind is transformed to enlightened mind. So that is we meditate and blessing from the receiving from enlightened beings. Then also protectors, as you made offering and delighted the Samlam Lama means. So protector is our guru. So Jigten Sunggung mentioned about the guru, his guru Pamotropa. As you made offering means like Pamotropa, you made offerings and delight the Samlam Lama. Maybe Pamotropa did so much offerings, create accumulation merit through his guru. His guru is the Gambopa. So Pamotropa's guru Gambopa. Gambopa's guru is Malarepa. So you have to recognize. And the protector Pamotropa, he made things and delight the Samlam Lama means not only this one love, his lifetime, maybe many lifetimes. He connect with and his guru and offering to the guru. Delighted the Samlam Lama. Likewise means Jigten Sunggung say what you did, same as I'm going to do. Likewise, may I always offer ocean like clothes offerings and delight to you. So also I'm going to offerings to you, same as you did your gurus. And so that like is here the Pamutrapahi offerings and respect his guru, whatever he did, like many lifetimes. Same as Jigten Sunggung say, I'm going to do that. Same as like you did others, guru, I'm going to do for you. So likewise, may I always offer ocean like clothes, offering and delight to you. So now we have to also and protect also Jigten Sunggung. So as you meet offering to like whatever you did or this Serkhangma, like think about what he doing offerings through his bodhicitta realization, and you doing this offering like Serkhangma, what here this 7 branch practice doing for your guru, Salam Guru. Same is likewise. I'm also going to do this practice for same is like you did guru, like we're doing same for Jigten Sunggung and our gurus. Offer ocean like clothes offerings delight to you. So and then of course this Pamotropa Jigten Sunggung here says as you made offering and delight the Samlam Lama is like that is like beyond the words, like they create so much accumulation merit is like same as the ocean, vast and deep. So that's why they benefit many other beings. So the benefit other beings is due to the accumulation merit. So we see right now some teachers, spiritual beings benefit so many other beings due to their spiritual name, and that is due to their accumulation merit. So some teachers not that much benefit, even they have realized, but that we recognize because they don't create accumulation the same as like someone benefit many others, even they are not realized some teachers, but benefit many others. They have lots of accumulation merit due to that they benefit others. And some teacher realize, but they not much benefit others because their accumulation merit is not that strong. I think that's why we can recognize clearly why Buddha Shakyamuni can benefit so many other beings. His accumulation merit is vast. So many other enlightened beings, like after Buddha Shakyamuni, many other beings already enlightened, but they cannot benefit the same as Buddha Shakyamuni because Buddha Shakyamuni accumulation merit is like vast and deep, same as ocean. So he created many eons the accumulation merit, and that's why he has ability or benefit others. And know also, even like alive spiritual teachers, some can benefit many others, very high names, and there has more accumulation merit. Some not that higher names, but very high level realizer, less benefit like others because less accumulation merit, but they have more realization. So, and and also we look to our spiritual community, some has more meditation realized, but they're not really benefiting like others, we say, and some not really have realized but benefit others. So that's also due to the accumulation merit. And then Buddha Shakyamuni case has both. Then all this lineage teacher has both. They have accumulation merit, that has realized. This comes together, then you can become part of this old lineage. Otherwise, see, think about each this teacher has so many students. All these students realizer. So think about Milarepa has so many realizer students. Why is it become Gambopa is lineage holder? Because he has so much vast accumulation merit. And why is not others? Because they don't have that same accumulation merit, but they're already enlightened. They have realized many students. We know, so like we look to the Milarepa's story. Bioga, we read, Gambopa is not like very close students in that time. It's also, Gambopa is be with Milarepa very short time, not that too long. But Gambopa has most accumulation merit, and also he has so much aspirations. So that's why Jigten Sungu, he doing so much aspirations here coming. So these aspirations really happen. When we are enlightened, we can have many other beings. Without this aspiration, like even we can enlighten a thing, but then when we enlighten, the less benefit. We cannot part of the lineage, I mean the, the teachers like in part of the group. So who is part of the lineage in this, holders? They have a lot of accumulation merit. That's why become part of that. And then also due to, realization, this comes together. So then is, different other enlightened, regular people, enlightened beings. The meaning is like, that's why I think due to these aspirations. So then go to next one. May I follow in your footsteps. So we say we follow all the gurus, this lineage steps. We follow by Marpa Lotsa, Malarepa, Gambopa, Pamotroba, Jigten Sungun. May I perform limitless activity that do not even here step with respect to the liberation of your body, speech, and mind. So we follow by this all the Guru's footsteps, and may I perform the limitless activity that did not even ever hears with respect to the liberation of your body, speech, and mind, means even not any dropped, kind of like, oh, maybe, this teacher, maybe like, I don't know, I can't do that, same as them. And they really done like this kind of a, like activity or not, you know, like even small drop never arise. So that's that is like even wherever our hair step with respect means like even no smallest dropped thought like, or maybe I can't do, or maybe this is not right, something like that never arise. So respect to the liberation of your body, speech, and the mind. So we follow by this all Guru's footsteps, and then our wish, may I be reborn, renewed in the three worlds. So this is our aspirations. West. So this all our Gurus has, and this lineage teacher has. So we follow this Guru's footsteps, lineage footsteps. Then we have to say, may I be renewed in the three worlds. So we don't want it to become famous, like that is like we don't want famous become due to our ego. We want it to become renewed in the three worlds, the same as Buddha Shakyamuni. You know, same as Malarepas, who heard these names, like who knows, like, you know, become, follow the spiritual connections and path. So, does mean anybody just by hearing my name. So someone heard our name or remembering, like someone think about us, me be completely liberated from the tormenting suffering and attain the state of a great bliss of the victorious ones. So our supplication is like we supplicating, same as Buddha Shakyamuni. So we heard people beings hearing the Buddha Shakyamuni's enlightening beings name. So it's become hearing liberation song. So when you see the Buddha Shakyamuni's, all these gurus like enlightening beings form, it's seeing liberation. You know. So then who create statues, who has tangas, statues, it's become like, you know, it's touching liberation. So hearing liberation, touching liberation. So this all is like that. There has all these enlightening beings and the lineage gurus that has that quality. So that's why we're supplicating, like same is for them, because we wanted to follow their footsteps. That's made anybody just by hearing my name. So even heard my name or remembering me, be completely liberated. So help them to liberate others from the tormented suffering. The beings like tormented suffering. We think about in samsara, it's so many beings. So suffering is like, so how to say, the suffering is like unlimited, or so tormented. I mean, just tormented is correct word. Has a tormented suffering in the samsara, all these 6 realms, and only have a opportunity to liberate is through connect with enlightening body, speech, and mind. So enlightening body, speech, mind is become hearing liberation, touching liberation, seeing liberations. So we see the Buddha's form is seeing liberation. We hear the enlightening beings, Dharma teachings, hearing liberation. And so then that's why, you know, like we supplicating, we are become like, you know, this same as enlightening being is benefiting them, liberating for others suffering, completely liberating from the torment of suffering and attain the state of great bliss. So then all these beings free from suffering, attain the state of great, you know, enlightening bliss of the victorious one, become they all beings enlightened through our body, speech, mind, benefiting them, and all these beings suffering, free from suffering and enlightened. That's what we wanted to create. So that is our aspirations, and that is our Guru's aspirations. That's all the Buddha's aspirations. So we aspiration, like supplicating that, same as gurus. Then may I turn into any form equal to the expense of sentient beings, taming them according to their needs. So may I turn into any form is like our form is like turning into any form body. Can be, enlightened beings form is like can be animals form body, different kind of animal realms form body. Enlightened beings can be any form bodies, like arise and benefit others. So can be like puppies, dogs, and cat. Enlightened beings form body, because some people like have so much. The lonely example, like no any friends, right? And they cannot have any like create the love and compassion for others. And can be enlightened form is like can be puppies, like cats. Then that helps like people who lonely, and then they can create love and compassion for love, compassion arise for the cats and the dogs, right? And then there's starting from the love and the compassion is growing for others. So that's why the enlightened beings manifestation is not only the spiritual beings, like there can be any form body. So there can be many different ways of manifestation. So equal to the experience of sentient beings. So what see that turning according to their needs means like what are their needs. So Buddha can be according to their needs means Buddha can become Muslims teacher. Buddha can be Christians teacher. Buddha can be other religions, like according to their religions teachers, because the according to their needs means like their needs their way to benefit, not like my way to benefit, right? So that's why these enlightened beings appear to their way and sharing them according to what their needs. And that's why another text Buddha Shakyamuni mentioned is can be applied to the task. The like non-Buddhist teachers. So can be like Jesus or these others, also can be Buddha's manifestation, because according to their need, due to their culture and their suit for their their mentally and culturally what they really need. And that's why Buddha can be appeared to teacher is like someone need to like believe the gods, and the who believe the gods, they really need that way to create love, compassion. So the point is here is we wanted to liberate others. We wanted to liberate have other beings, and we're going to liberate other beings. We create love, compassion, other beings' mind. So then create love, compassion, other beings' mind, and then we can have to be able to according to what they need. So that's why the puppies, like of course like cats, they also can helps like them to arise love and compassion for others, and starting from their love and compassion, then growing, and then according to other religions. So you have to follow by one step another religion first, and through that you can create love and compassion. And so then long as you create love and compassion in the heart, and then that is the right path, right direction. Doesn't matter actually I think which religion belong to. So long as love and compassion is the arising in the person's heart, and then the religion is right. And then due to obstacles, if you follow the religions, some people decreasing love and compassion. So due to obstacles and then also negative influencing, then of course like the using the religion and create like violence for others. So that's we have to recognize a separate religion and a person, so emotions, and that is a religion's obstacle, because religion obstacle, then people use the religion create violence and harming for others, right? And the right religion means like create a love, compassion, ours, other beings' mind, and so that's the Buddha is become, enlightened beings, benefit others, turning them according to the needs, create the love, compassion, others, and we also wishing them. Thereupon may they take refuge joyfully. So then we take refuge joyfully and be established in the unsurpassed spring awakening. So we, so benefit others like according to their needs, and also we take refuge joyfully, Guru, our Guru, and enlightened beings be established in the unsurpassed and the spring awakening. So also others like taking to the right path. Right path is like take refuge joyfully. Take refuge, true refuge. Dharma is, love and compassion. True refuge, Buddha, is wisdom. So then wisdom, compassion arise, then the person has true refuge. So then we establish them in the unsurpassed spring awakening. So we create the refuge for other beings. Go to next one, page 14. Those ones who are oppressed with the shadows, right, of ignorance, shadows of ignorance, who lost the path, who are threatened by afflicting emotions, such as the henchmen of the Lord of Death, may helplessly remember me and instantly find the spring path. So, and this, supplicating is very strong. We think about these words is like arise the strong love and compassion for others. And those ones who are, oppressed with the shadow of ignorance. So someone is losing due to the ignorance, losing the right path, going to the wrong directions. Someone create negative karma or life due to ignorance. And these are actually, we have to look to ourselves. We are part of this group or not, I think. And we also have to see other like who falling to in this part. We have to create love, compassion for that person. And if we follow these directions, then we have to bring to our, mind for awareness, and we have to create wisdom ourselves. So if someone follow in these directions, then who lost the path, that person who's lost path. It's actually all these worldly beings lost the path. According to us, we also lost the path beginningless time until now. Then if they follow this path, then what happens is lost path, who are threatened by afflicting emotions. Then, due to afflictive emotion, threatening by afflicting emotion, such as the henchmen of the Lord of Death. Then, of course, like death of Mara, and with then death of afflictive, the four Maras, like Mara of afflictive emotion, Mara of death, and Mara of form body, Mara of desire, is a pleasure, samsaric pleasure, Mara of all these Maras, and going on, such as the henchmen of the Lord of Death. Then may helpless remember me. So these beings helpless, really suffering in samsara. And we wishing, very strong supplicating. With supplications, may helpless remember me. So like we ask them to please remember me. And instantly find the supreme path. Remember me, instantly find the supreme path. Like if we lost ourselves, example, we remember our guru. The helps become minds go right direction. And that's why the four Dharma Gambopa, supplication, very strong supplication for Dharma Gambopa. So our mind is turning into the spiritual path, wishing, supplicating. Then also we lose in these directions. We think about the Buddha's form body, Yadam Deity's form body. We think about the Guru. And so then remember me and instantly find the supreme path. We can find the supreme path. And in this case, like for we ourselves is like we have so much Dzogchen Mahamudra teachings. Yadam Deity practice all the time, we sharing this so much here. And remembering me means like we have to, remembering is a thing we have to remember our natural Rigpa. And we have to remember our own Buddha nature, true nature. And we have to remember non-draw. And in this, who lost the path is who lost the path. We always lost the path because due to our dualistic conceptual. And due to our delusions, we always lost the path. And this loss of the path has so many different levels, I think, stages. Someone lost cause in the affections, cause in the karma. Always create a negative karma. Not follow the follow by the spiritual path, or not follow the cause in the effect. And then that person is lost. And someone always have like emotions all the time. No any spiritual like quality, love, compassion arising in the mind moments. So then that person is lost. So in this like our case, as the highest level, loss means delusion. So when delusion arises, we are lost. So that's why we have to remember is always remember our own natural Rigpa. And we remember our own non-draw, look to our own mind. And be in the moments, go into our natural Rigpa. So that we have to, I think, like every single moment we have to create, habituate, karmic imprints. Because we are lost all the time in samsara. So may helpless remember me. So then we have to remember this all our spiritual practice. And the highest level we have to remember our own natural Rigpa. And in this supplication, ultra level, someone remember me means like we have a spiritual quality. We create a spiritual quality. Same is our gurus. So we are become guru, our own guru. So we are become our own guru, then someone remember me, so we have ability to help for benefit others. for that person. Same is we remember our gurus. When we remember our own guru, like teacher, like example, our own gurus, and I'm not talking about right now. It's our own natural ripa. So our own guru is like our spiritual gurus. And Jigten Sungong, Pamo Trupa, all this like very strong connection, devotion, that gurus. We remember them, and at that moment our darkness, ignorance naturally release. So then we are become our own guru. Is like we become same as they our gurus, become we are same as our gurus. Then other beings, we think about us, we help them. May helpless remember me and instantly find the supreme path. They can find the supreme path. Becoming the inexhaustible. Next verses. Whereof ornamentation, which is body, speech, and mind of all vectors one of the three terms. May I completely draw out the ocean of samsara and establish all sentient beings in the unsurpassed supreme state. So becoming the inexhaustible rare of ornamentation is the enlightening quality. So is arise ourselves, which is body, speech, and mind of all vectors one of the three terms. All the three terms enlightening quality is arise from our body, speech, and mind. Then may I completely, so may we have all the enlightening body, speech, quality arise ourselves, and may I completely draw out ocean of samsara. We help other beings, liberate other beings, and establish all sentient beings. We have become same as the sun. Sun, dry the water oceans, nothing heat. So that's just an example. And the same, we have become the same as the sun and help other beings, like establish sentient beings in the unsurpassed supreme state. And so that's a aspiration. See, this aspiration is Bodhisattva aspirations. There are two different aspirations. One aspiration is possible aspirations. Another aspiration is not possible happen, but we have to aspirate, and not possible aspiration we have to create. So establish all sentient beings the unsurpassed supreme state. So then, in all my lives, I never be separate from the authentic Lama and enjoy the glory of the Dharma by completely perfecting the quality of the premise and the paths. May I safely attain the state of the Vijayadhara. And so this prayer is very popular. The last one here is we do always dedicating all the time using this prayer. And in all male lives, means our lives, I never be separate from the authentic lamas. We never separate with the authentic lama. In this never be separate from the authentic lama is separate. Is I think it's not talking about the body, and the spiritual connections, not separate with the authentic gurus. And so physically formed with authentic gurus is I think it's not possible always be with that together. So I never be separate with the authentic lama means not talking about the physical form. So we already talked last already another session with supplicating gurus not pass nirvana, stay long means like, free from samsara, enlightened, and benefit others, not talking about bodies stay longer. So with actually, of course, people like supplicating bodies stay longer with us. That's also we can do. But truly, the more meaningful is, supplicating surpass nirvana is like staying like go, enlightened and benefit others. So here also, I never be separate from the authentic Lama is not we talking about the body separation. So no I never separate from the authentic Lama is outer level, inner level. They also have different levels. I never be separate from the authentic Lama is like outer level. We always think about our guru, and receive teaching, and sometimes be with them, even not be with them, but always like, supplicating, think about the guru, and ask blessing and receiving teachings. Like this time is through the Zoom and all this technology. It's not necessary to be with the body together. So the body together always be with the teacher is also, if we don't have like a good level, high level, something, devotions, then body with the together is also lose the devotions. So that's why no require body with the teacher together. And one day, like we have our like true devotion arise in our heart, then never lost devotions with the body together. Same is like Naropa has devotion to Telopa. What Telopa does, Naropa never lost devotions. And then Telopa has that wisdom. And Naropa, gives so much hardship for Marpa Lotsa. Marpa Lotsa has a strong devotion. I mean, like fully devotion, realize his guru is a Buddha. And he never lost devotions, whatever Naropa does. And so then Malarepa also have the strong devotion, Marpa Lotsa. So that's whatever Marpa Lotsa did to him, never lost devotions. If Marpa Lotsa does things, Malarepa, other people losing devotions. But Malarepa never lose devotions. He always recognize his problem. Then other people seeing Marpa Lotsa as a problem, not Malarepa's problem. So that losing devotions. That kind of people then cannot be with the teacher. Not be with always body together. And so the bodies be with together, then same is like Malarepa's devotion, Marpa Lotsa. And Gambopa has connect with the Malarepa. This all lineage gurus, same, And one day we have a strong devotion, truly wisdom arise in our mind, then be with this authentic guru is always pleasant. Until that, our quality arise, until that, not pleasant, I think. So we have to be with our spiritual, is never be separate from the authentic Lama is through, gurus like receiving the teaching and the blessing, always calling the guru, mentally. And the stay far a little bit, okay? Is until our quality arise for the authentic lamas, and that is the outer level. Inner level, then are never separate from the authentic lama. Is our lama is like love, compassion. So never separate with our love, compassion. Sacred guru is then nature Rigpa, recognize nature Rigpa. Never separate from the authentic. Our guru is our own nature Rigpa. Our own nature Rigpa, our own nature mind, our own nature Nudro Dharma Dharta. That is the true guru, is always with us, never separate. So when we have that realization, then we have never separate with all these authentic gurus. Authentic guru has a non-duality realization. So we are then always part of that. So that we supplicating. Or Take Lama and enjoy the glories of the Dharma. So then enjoy the glories of Dharma. So receiving the always joy with the glory of Dharma. So when you practice according to different levels of practice, due to our capacity levels, which practice the Dharma always joyful, happy, fair joy, and receiving blessings. So then that's the joyfully, the glory of Dharma. By completely perfecting the quality of premise and the path, then of course like practicing Dharma is, each stage is traversing like path, like traversing like stages going up and up, each level's premise. Can you hear or no? Sometimes like stuck. I think it's okay.
It's been okay, Kimpo.
Moving or no? Oh, it's okay.
It's okay. Yeah.
So in the by complete perfect and quality of premise and the path, it's when we meditate and practice like all these teachings. So we have this complete perfect and the quality of premise means like different levels like quality arise, and the path. So then that take to the enlightened state. May I safely attain the stage of the Vijayadhara. So we may I safely attain the state of Vijayadhara. So that's our supplication, pray and strongly wishes or dedicating. So then we finish all this teaching. These seven branch of the mantra were writing by the precious Chopa Jigten Songgon. So Jigten Songgon wrote this prayer at the Serkhangma temple in the upper floor of the Digongter monastery. So he wrote this in the monastery. Upper monastery is, I think, Serkhang. The temple has two different levels. He wrote this one is upper floor of Digongter, means main monastery Digongter in Tibet. So that's it. It's when he wrote. It's like after he enlightened, and after supplication, Tara other teachings like this one is. He has already monastery. He has already followers, many students, and then he wrote this teacher. So Jigten Songgon, he always be with the guru. He never his teachings, like you say, he never separate with the guru. And I think he's always 24 hours is in the guru's state. So guru's state maybe in the non-dual states with, if we non-dual state always with the Buddha and the gurus together, right, all the time, non-duality states. And or he always remember guru all the time, maybe physically or mentally he thinking about two, I think. So relatively he be with the guru and absolutely always be with the guru. So then that's why he has these devotions. And using this prayer is two different levels. Relatively supplicating seven branch with the guru, and absolutely supplicating be with the guru, seven branch practice. So now we finish the whole thing, and I'm going to do transmission this one. Nga chi yin la denpa Serkhangma shi sawa yo so de song jia rwa gen jia bo rang jo sem nye deng nye da pe jing kor de jir me leng jir zhe pe den den de rang song la ma jo la da war chi yin de jing den den tong ma da ang kor we jam so che la rab gan ne de jing da pe sa la sen bar se tong ma de yo la ma jo da da jab de den bar jo ba sam jia chang nye mo nam do de bong jong ze pe ba wo yo le nam jia la ma You want me Bashira Megata, Jujokala Soja Malebe, the Sanjava Zetan Jibana, Medepemani Medin, and Semetrepekala Gaveta, goes on some Jingo, Jinja, Yemi Deva Jimbo Juni. Family Jetonzo and Don Maru Santa Javan, Ranges on Jason Jaran Jingo, the Sanjava Gendan Ribaya, Jinga, Jujoko Janga, Jinga, Nanze Balande. He's on your desert Jamzo, Chicken Chiwame Paradin, the Tower Jana Bonjeva, Domi Dorjis on La Sanzalo, Jimmy Londe, Jingo, the Chinyavani Maya Jan, the Nimelin Jola Sanzalo, Chico, Yondin, Gaba Jamzo Malay, Javakin, Yondin, Tayan, our Sanzal, Over Jamzo Tomba Majas and Donna, Membanza Bental, Jol, another window, Jinjame Baya, Jamjula, Jula Sanzalo, Julan Juban, number Jamzo, Yavan, you can run a minute. Chichi and Najabarkan and Jinjame Balami Jupecho, Dani Jimbo to Japan, Sanjay Sanjo, the Zojinga Malay, Samjada, Jabalamon Zimabamin. Yonde Yonja Medo Dobin Azada, the Yazan Javati Mona, Javani Bajamane, Singakan, it is on Javanju, Javakalo, Yonde, Dodan Jazan Badin Lati, Jimin, Nazan Jurin Yazakajo, Colas original in the Nagalas and Raji, and Rodella, Zanilas on the Jesus. Yaranya Javajin was a Davis on Amazon, Davis on the Amazon, where Javana, Javana, Danjelo, and Gobojo, working another Jamaican on the Varagan. The Son Javajin and Javan, Sevetan, Jesus, Gobojola, Dagalina, and Ganyan, the Gava, the General, and the Jesus. Zuda terroriza dorjema doni nyala nyure remale de zonda zinde yola mojo de mi jego wambo jesus zo geran jego ye dorjema de mona barda bala mojo ji je lame jinla nimi dewa jimbo jesus zo da yaran je doje dorjema je da number da bala mojo ji je lame jinla tambar je nimi dewa jimbo jesus zo da yaran je yuden dorjema nga jana barda ba ji je lame jangla tambar je nimi dewa jimbo jesus zo da yaran je sangko dorjema do je number da bala mojo ji je lame jangla tambar je nimi dewa jimbo jesus zo Rizaranjan Tele Dordima, Radona Bardava Lamo, George Lama Galada Braja, they watching Bogus of Chicken Tony Tony Dordima, Zanina Bardava Lamo, George Lama Tola Barja, Nimi, they watching Bogus. Tadanshira Yami Javanjo, Remaya, Bovan is over Minaga Sanjana, the one below the Jinja, Chicken, Javola, Mayona Bajas and Rowan, Sanjanga. Jesus and Persona Jesus semi to get to Betonjina, Yavangala Jason, Gambaja, hoping Naro de Bon Joseph, Yitojan to the Jesus, and as I went to the King, some teaching or young band. Ninja may bang as a J, the Yin, Jolana may venture, chicken, donate, and in the La, the Yin, as I the Jadan Java, Java, so Jazara George. Tizom Java can down public so, Sunny Jim, maybe Colo down, Rover Gava Malatam Jela, Gavasam Jesus Yarang, or Jesus, the Soyan Lodge of the Jimmy Jong Colora con the Dona Male member, the Serkhangma and the Jovan Gomona, Jason Kayan Sebama, Jason, Young Mata, Yuna Jang, Tokitam, just open the desert. Given that Conde Tam Jejo, this on Sabor Jovagawa, don't you Bagawa to me, then don't allow me to long over Joe, Jokoson to Japorone, to me to Jimbo, Torture, is on that. Jujukoson to St. Jones or Gobo Jujilama Tambala, Jeda Jujini Bantevata, Dajola, Children Jazoya, Jujini Barsibarsho. Dane Juju Jesus Jorde Gozon to number the Bala, Pesania, you are my boy, Chuba Mida, Jubarjo, Dane Jidis on the Raja, the Kangaton de Data Tempe. Tanga Damika Tempejan, Yodan Avadunga Rajan, the Jinjava Commander Barjo, Danes and Jagana Baya, Kanga, the Vazo Dajan, Gavaja Jesus and Jade, Lamisan Jolango Barjo. Marin de Benunjalando, Nemojin Jevazibana, Ramame Badana Ranger, the Gajaniel Lamjuni Barjo, Javaganda Gozonto, Mezajin Coloda. Kau jam sama lekin si jen, dona lamin colang ko percaya jewa kena yana lama dan rami je jewa lalong jene saran lam jeng de rau dan de dor jeng ko kompang nyor dojo. Jeng je yang la den ban de jewa rambo je to de kong to ka serkhang dan ze bao. Okay, so now we're going to do dedication. Today dedication is we're going to do from this Serkhangma. Okay, page 10, 11, 12, I think, page 12. May all sentient beings be established in the Ansapas, supreme state by the virtue accumulated in the 3 times throughout the samsara in the nirvana, and by and magnified in the virtue. By the like grace of measurable great compassion from the place of body, speech, and mind of the victorious one. Please purify my body, speech, and mind, and thus transform into your body, speech, and mind. Protect us, you meet offering and delight the Salam Dharma. Likewise, may I always offer, O King, like close offerings and delight you. May I follow in your footsteps. May I perform limitless activity that do not even waver hair step with respect to the liberation your body, speech, and mind. May I live known in the 3 words. Thus may nobody just by hearing my name or remembering me completely liberate from the tormenting suffering, attain the state of the great bliss of the victorious one. May I turn into any form equal to the experience of sentient beings, turning them according to the needs. Thereupon may they take refuge joyful and establish in the unsuppressed supreme awakening. Those ones who are opposite with the true or ignorance, who lost the path, who they threatened by afflicting emotion, such as henchmen of the Lord of Death, may I helplessly remember me and eternally find the supreme path. Becoming the inexhaustible aware of ornamentation, which is the body, speech, and mind of the victorious one of the 3 times. May I completely dry out the ocean of samsara and establish all sentient beings in the unsurpassed supreme state. May I live, may I never be separate from the authentic Lama and enjoy the glory of the Dharma. By completely perfecting the quality of the premise and the path, may I safely attain the state of the Vidyadhara. Om Mani Padme Hum, Mani Padme Hum. 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 Thank you, everyone. Dale. So we finish completely Serkhangma teaching. Dale, everyone.
Thank you, Kempo. And so we have meditation beginning at 1 in an hour, correct? From 1 to 3?
Yes.
Okay. And could you talk a little bit about the programs coming up in the next 2 weeks so we know? Thank you.
So next week we have a Saturday White Tara Empowerment. It is a East Coast time is 10 or I think 10, right?
No, 11. It's 8 o'clock.
It is 11.
You said 8 o'clock here.
8 o'clock. It's 11, yeah, 11 p.m. a.m. Sorry, East Coast time 11 a.m. But the same is daily practice of you just going to same is 9 East Coast time, and here is 6 a.m. and then we doing the daily practice, and also we can do White Tara Sadhana and before empowerment, and I also have to do 7 empowerment, so we who are in the zone, so we can do White Tara practice and chant the mantra, and then starting empowerment is 11 a.m. So here West Coast is 8 a.m. Okay, And empowerment just do 1 hour and a half because due to in the Asia it's very late. So I'm going to try to finish 1 hour and a half. I cannot do early because it's too early here in the West Coast. West Coast people complain too early. And so then we also have to think about Asia countries. It's too late. So try to make just middle way part is only I can do is 11 a.m. East Coast time. So it's West Coast is 8. Okay. And that's we have a next week program. And then that is a Saturday white Tara and Sunday is green Tara. Okay, same time. Then following also Zambala and Mahakala empowerment, same schedule. So the first day, this coming Saturday is white Tara, we practice white Tara, and the next Sunday is that Sunday is green Tara, we practice green Tara. And then following is Zambala, we practice Zambala, and then following is the Sunday is again Mahakala, we practice Mahakala. So which Yadam deity empowerment, so that deity we practice. Practice is after daily practice, okay? And after daily practice, we do the Yadam deity, which empowerment deity practice, chant the mantra, and then empowerment. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
Have a
Kempo.
good day. No clear or no? Shirab, are you clear? Thank you, translators.
谢谢医师，谢谢大家。
Thank
我
you.
们会在这个微信里面分享这个详情，好吗 ？Yeah.
Are you clear, Sheriff? Kempo was asking. You are off.
Yes, I think the timing. Not sure about the timing, but the program is clear, Kimberly.
No,
Timing is the
timing
same.
is clear.
Timing, I'm not sure. Is it 10 to 12 same, Kimberly?
No, it's empowerment is starting 11. 1 hour later.
11 our time, 1 hour later.
Yeah.